$104,755. Just let that number sink in for a second. We're kicking off this explainer with some pretty heavy reality because, well, we're looking at a financial crisis that's happening right now, behind closed doors in millions of homes. But listen, more importantly, I'm going to give you the exact step-by-step blueprint to actually fix it, okay? Let's dive right in. So that $104,755, that is the average debt balance carried by an American consumer today. And I want to be absolutely incredibly clear here. We are not talking about the federal government's debt, and we're definitely not talking about massive corporations. We're talking about individual Americans, people just like you and me, carrying this really staggering weight. And when you zoom out to look at the whole country, the total is a breathtaking $18.8 trillion in household debt. I mean, that's credit cards, auto loans, student loans, medical bills, personal loans. It's all piling up. 18.8 trillion. It feels completely impossible, right? But here's the thing that nobody tells you about that massive, overwhelming number. It is not permanent. People with 30 grand in credit card debt, they've paid it off. People with 80,000 in student loans paid it off. Folks juggling 5 different creditors have wiped the slate clean. And they didn't do it by winning the lottery or getting some massive CEO bonus. They did it because they had a concrete plan. And in this explainer, you're getting that exact plan. Section 1, facing the full picture, step 0. Look, before any strategy can actually work, you have to look at the total. Avoidance is literally the single most expensive thing you're doing right now. Because debt, you don't look at, it just grows every single month. So here's your very first action item. Grab a spreadsheet, a notebook, your notes app, honestly, whatever you'll actually use, and write down every single debt account you have. Record the exact balance, the exact interest rate, your minimum monthly payment, and the name of the lender or servicer. Also, go pull your free credit report from annualcreditreport.com. You really need to check for any accounts you might have forgotten about, anything in collections, or even errors that are artificially inflating your balances. Document every single detail. And this right here brilliantly illustrates exactly why you cannot wait. In 2026, the average credit card APR is sitting above 20%. And credit card delinquencies, they've climbed way past pre-pandemic levels, with 7.05% of balances now delinquent by 90 days or more. With 20+% interest compounding every month, every single month you delay creating this inventory is money permanently lost. Skipping this step makes any payoff strategy totally just guesswork. But with it, you have a concrete target. Once you've got the full picture, well, it's time to choose your weapon. Section 2, Avalanche versus Snowball methods. So there are 2 proven methods to tackle this, and picking the right one is really all about your psychology. First up, the debt avalanche. This is where you list every debt from the highest interest rate to the lowest. You pay the minimums on everything, but you take every extra dollar and throw it at that highest rate debt first. This is mathematically optimal. If you've got, say, $400 a month extra, the avalanche method typically saves you $800 to $1,500 in interest over the life of your payoff compared to the snowball method. But there's a catch. If your highest rate debt is also your largest balance, it could take 6 to 18 months before you actually get a win and pay off an account. For a lot of people, that's just too long. They lose momentum and they quit. On the flip side is the debt snowball. Here, you list your debts from smallest balance to largest, and you completely ignore the interest rates. You attack the smallest balance first. Now, mathematically, sure, it costs a bit more in interest, but psychologically, it is an absolute powerhouse. And don't just take my word for it. A study published in the Journal of Consumer Research found exactly this. They noted that people using the snowball method were significantly more likely to actually complete their debt payoff. Why? Well, because early wins create real psychological momentum. Paying off your first account, even if it's a tiny one, flips that anxiety into action. You stop seeing this massive, terrifying wall of debt, and you start seeing a manageable list that you are actively destroying. So the absolutely crucial point here is choosing the path that fits you. Are you highly motivated by the math? And can you stay disciplined for a year without seeing a visible win? Go with the avalanche. Do you need to feel that tangible progress to stay focused? Choose the snowball. Or, you can use a hybrid approach. If you have one very high rate card but several tiny little balances, clear those small ones first to get that psychological win and then switch over to the avalanche. The only wrong choice here, honestly, is just doing nothing. Section 3. Debt acceleration tools. Once you've got your method locked in, we can supercharge it with 3 specific tools available to you right now. Tool number 1 is the balance transfer card. If you've got a credit score of 670 or above, issuers will often give you a 0% APR for 12 to 21 months to transfer your balance over to them. Let's look at the math on this. On a $5,000 balance at a standard 21% APR, you'd pay roughly $900 in interest over 18 months. On the transfer card, $0. Every single penny goes straight to the principal. But there are strict rules here. You have to account for the 3 to 5% transfer fee. You absolutely must pay it off before that promo period expires and the rate jumps back up to 25%. And this is huge, you can never, ever use the new card for new purchases. And here is a secret tool that almost nobody knows about. If you do happen to fall behind, just pick up the phone. Call your credit card lender or your buy now, pay later service and simply ask for a late fee waiver. Research actually shows that a staggering 88% of people who ask get the fee reduced or removed entirely. 88%. The catch? Most people just have no idea they can even ask. Tool number 2 is a consolidation loan, which usually requires a 660 plus credit score. This basically turns multiple 22% credit cards into one single 10 to 14% personal loan. But my critical warning here is that you must physically lock away those old cards. Throw them in a drawer. If you consolidate and then run those old cards right back up, you are in twice the trouble. Tool number 3 is incredibly powerful: credit counseling, specifically nonprofit NFCC certified credit counseling agencies. They can literally negotiate directly with your creditors to drop that 22% rate down to around 7% and get you onto a structured repayment plan. Let's look at the staggering reality of what that single phone call to a nonprofit counselor can actually do for you. If you have a $20,000 balance and you're paying $400 a month at the standard 22% APR, you'll be paying for 142 months, and you'll lose over $35,000 just in interest alone. But if credit counseling gets you down to a 7% APR, you're done in 60 months, paying just over $3,700 in interest. That is a $31,300 difference in interest saved, all from just utilizing the right tool. Section 4, increasing your income. Now, cutting your interest rates is massive, obviously, but increasing your income accelerates your plan like rocket fuel. Let's rapid fire some highly practical ways to find extra cash to throw at that debt. First, the average tax refund this year is around $3,000. Applying that entire check directly to your highest rate debt instead of spending it literally erases years of minimum payments. Next, try to generate just $500 a month in side income. That's maybe, 10 hours a month of freelancing, tutoring, or selling stuff you don't use anymore. Finally, make retention calls. A quick 15-minute call to your internet provider can save you $20 to $50 a month, and a 30-minute auto insurance comparison call can easily save you $200 to $600 a year. Now, none of those tactics are overly dramatic on their own, but when you combine, say, $50 a month in bill savings, plus $500 in side income, plus a $3,000 tax refund, boom, you've suddenly created $9,600 in extra debt payments in just one single year. To put that into perspective, on a $20,000 balance at 22% interest, finding this extra cash turns what would have been a grueling 5-year payoff into an 18-month victory lap. Section 5, extreme hardship options. Now, I want to slow things down for a second here. What do you do when your income genuinely just cannot cover your minimum payments? Listen to me, this situation is far more common than anyone admits. First, take a deep breath. There are built-in safety nets for this. Step 1, contact your lenders directly before you miss a payment. A lot of them have hardship programs designed to temporarily lower your rate or your payment during a crisis, simply because they'd much rather get paid something than nothing. Again, most people just never ask. Step 2, like we just covered, is engaging an NFCC-certified nonprofit credit counselor to build a plan based on what your real income can actually handle right now. If those steps still aren't enough, then you're looking at the last resorts: debt settlement or bankruptcy. Let's look at this objectively. Settlement companies will negotiate to pay maybe 25 to 50 cents on the dollar, but it comes with some severe trade-offs. It absolutely destroys your credit, the forgiven debt is often taxable, and the whole process takes 2 to 4 agonizing years where you literally have to stop paying your creditors. That's exactly why it is usually a last option before bankruptcy. Bankruptcy, on the other hand, is a formal legal tool, like Chapter 7 or Chapter 13, that can completely discharge unsecured debt, though yes, it does stay on your credit report for 7 to 10 years. But we really need to remove the stigma around this right now. Bankruptcy is not financial failure. It's a legitimate legal tool designed specifically for people who genuinely cannot repay what they owe. Over 400,000 Americans file for it every single year. And the reality is, many people who file are able to rebuild excellent credit within just 3 to 4 years of their discharge. If you are truly trapped, speaking to a bankruptcy attorney for a free consultation is a smart, responsible financial move. Here is what I really want you to take away from this entire explainer today. Debt is not a character flaw. It's math. It is just math that got ahead of income, often because of a job loss, a medical emergency, a divorce, or honestly just a period where the sheer cost of surviving exceeded your earnings. But because it is just math, it can be reversed. It can be reversed with a list, with a method, with one extra payment, one phone call, or just finding one extra $100 a month. So here's your homework. Write down your entire debt inventory today. Choose the Avalanche or Snowball method based on your personality type. Try to find just $100 to $200 extra a month through cuts or side income and direct it all to one account. That's the system. The rest of it is just time and consistency. Now, before you go, I want to leave you with a question to really lock this in. Drop a comment below. What is your total debt right now, and what is your target payoff date? I read every single one of them. You've got the blueprint. Now it's time to build.
वीडियोस बनाने हैं, फिल्मोरा है ना।